When I train for American Ninja Warrior, I schedule regular workouts to stay in shape.
To keep my car in Ninja Tough shape, I head to a Napa Auto Care Center for regular maintenance and genuine Napa Auto parts.
Like brakes and batteries.
I trust my Napa Auto Care Center for quality parts and quality service.
And with the 24-month, 24,000-mile nationwide warranty, I drive away with peace of mind every time.
Visit AutoCareNM.com to find a location near you.
The Barley Room, a proud sponsor of Proview Networks for over 9 years, is pleased to introduce Black Iron Catering. From weddings and family reunions to birthdays and office parties, Black Iron Catering is perfect for any event. Contact Jamie at 505-459-8259 and book your event today. Black Iron Catering. Let us bring our kitchen to you.
Car Crafters, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened?
Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Here at the all-new Gala Chevrolet, our ultimate goal is to make life easier for you. That's why we built our new ultra-modern facility from the ground up with the customer in mind. With 1,000 vehicles in stock, a great variety of pre-owned vehicles of every make and model, a clean, state-of-the-art service department focused on getting you back on the road as quickly as possible, and a sales team devoted to 100% customer satisfaction, all conveniently located in the heart of Albuquerque. We'll see you soon, right here at the all-new Gala Chevrolet.
Leroy Lucero is off doing investigative work. Michael Carlisle is on his way to UFC 222. This is still Red Menace TV, but it is a Caged Minds takeover. Throw the glasses to the side and let's enjoy some combat sports today. We're going to be talking all about it. So this is the place where we talk about people getting punched in the face. Joining me today to do that, we have one of the veterans of the New Mexico boxing scene. Joining me, Hector Ajarcon Munoz. Thanks for being here today, sir. How you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Heard you got a fight coming up soon. March 10th, I believe you're going out to San Antonio, Texas?
Yeah, it's going to be March 10th. It's supposed to be on February 10th, but they postponed the fight because Mikey Garcia is fighting Lipinets for a world title, and he actually injured his hand, so they gave me an extra month. And sometimes I don't even know what to do with all this time.
Wait, so Hector Munoz got a training camp for a fight? This is like stop the presses kind of news because you're the short notice king, and I want to touch on that real quick. What's average notice for you to take a fight?
The average is like 3 weeks a week. 2 day. My last fight that I took was on a 2-day notice, and real good pay, but it's rough.
Tell me about that mentality. How can you just accept these challenges and just throw caution to the wind kind of and go into these fights?
I just like to fight. Truth be told, I just like to fight. That's what it is.
It's been your love, right?
Yeah.
What is it about boxing that has spoken to you so much?
I don't know, man. My wife says I'm addicted. So, especially when I'm in shape, you know, when I'm training and I'm in shape, I get like, I actually am addicted. I even, if I stop running for like 2-3 days, I'll start getting sick. Like if I'm on heroin or something, you know, so it's like I really do start getting sick. I don't know, it's just something about.
So you have to continue to do this. You live the boxing lifestyle, that exercising lifestyle.
Yeah, the wife, she told me that's it. She's been wanting me to retire for a while, but I told her just give me this one chance. We almost got a divorce, man. We've been going at it, but this time I told her just give me this one chance. I got a great camp in front of me. I got a great fight, Josecito Lopez, in front of me, and I just feel like I know I'm gonna get the I'm going for a stoppage actually.
Josito is 35-7. He's another big caliber opponent. You had told me you had been looking for a big opportunity, that you didn't want to retire, because we've been talking about this again for quite a while, you and me.
Yeah.
You didn't want to retire without another big fight. Is this the kind of opportunity you were looking for?
It could be, you know, but I'm gonna win this fight. I have no doubt in my mind. I've had, like I said, I was supposed to fight February 10th. Now it's March 10th. More time. Plus, I was in camp with Danny Garcia. More than ready. I'm already at weight, so I could probably make 140 now. Go back to my old days at 140 because I feel good. I'm ready.
You brought it up. You were out in Philadelphia for a while. You were working with Danny Garcia. What kind of experience is that like, being in camp with a guy who's what, top 3, top 5 in the world in his division?
Oh yeah. He's a tough. He's a hitter too. He could pop. But I've been to camp with him 3 times already. So it was nothing new, but he just moved up a little bit in weight. The last 2 fights, I helped him win his world title with Lucas Matisse when he beat him, the Argentinian, and we did good. And then actually another big thing is I was in camp with Danny Garcia when I got my upset of the year over there with Hector Macho Camacho Jr. He was like 56-4, I think, at the time, and I beat him a unanimous decision. So it was like, I'm in camp with Danny Garcia. I got this big opportunity again, and I'm gonna take advantage of it.
So it's a mutual beneficial relationship, you going up to Philadelphia?
Oh yeah. You know, I get paid to get paid good money to go get it in with the former world champion, get the best sparring out there, and then come back and fight. Can't ask for anything more than that.
You were up in Philadelphia for 3 weeks, I believe. Was there anything different that week that Josh Pitbull Torres also joined you up there?
He was there. He was there before me, and then they called me in, and then I saw him spar. He did good. He was doing good. He was doing good work. They wanted him to stay, but he had to come back and get to work. But I finished off camp over there. One of the other guys came in. There was another guy that came in from Freddie Roach's gym, Javier, and he actually messed up. Danny cracked him so bad, he was swole up in his. So he got sent home. So it was just me and Danny at the end, and the last week and a half of camp. So it was good. It was fun.
A lot of that hard work, the individual attention. So you feel it's really beneficial for you, especially with the moment. You feel in pretty prime shape for this fight here next week.
I'm in the best shape right now, even mentally, plus with all my experience, you know. So I'm at my best right now, and I don't see myself losing right now to Josito Lopez.
We've seen you fight here locally on the Top Gear Promotions cards, on the Legacy Boxing promotion cards. Is there a different kind of feeling, though, when you're on a Mikey Garcia card?
Oh, yeah. No doubt, you know what I mean? Get that good money out there, and then, but it's a whole different, but that's what I live for, you know. I love I feed off of that energy.
How different is fight week and just that atmosphere? Because we are rabid boxing fans here and combat sports fans in New Mexico, but you get that world title atmosphere on a pay-per-view, a Showtime card, and I just even feel that the weigh-ins, the crowd, everything's just a little different in that situation.
Yeah, I've been in plenty of those fights, and I have like almost 50 fights, professional fights. So I've been at it for a while, and I've had a great opportunity to be fighting on those big shows like that too.
So have you felt that difference? Do you feel that kind of atmosphere? Do you feel that intensity in the air?
I think I got a little used to it, but yeah, I feel it. But sometimes that gets me kind of mad because I want to be like all pumped up, and I don't get pumped up like I used to when I first started.
So you're almost too attuned.
The old man right here.
You've been through almost too many wars that it's just another one. This is how you're able also, I think, to take so many short notice fights, because those nerves, you've escaped the butterflies by now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
When you started boxing, Could you have imagined be sitting here saying, I fought nearly 50 professional fights?
No, I never imagined that. But it's a rough sport. I don't want my son boxing, that's for sure.
So you're still an advocate for it, but not kind of in the same way you were before?
I still am. I love it. You know, I'm addicted to it, especially now that I'm in shape. I don't want to stop.
And I believe same time you're going to be out in San Antonio, Texas next week, we have the Western qualifiers coming here locally.
Yeah.
So Hector, could you tell us a little bit about what that means to the amateurs and to the USA boxing?
It's a great thing here for New Mexico also. And actually last time they were here, Fernando Vargas stayed at my house with his guys, his fighters, and they actually won the tournament. And he's asking me to come back down again because he wants to stay at my house. But I'm not gonna be there. But I think I might rent him out my condo.
What is the path for a fighter? They compete at those Western qualifiers, and then where do they move on to?
Well, you know what? I don't really know too much about that. I only had 3 amateur fights. I wish I had more, but I didn't get in these big tournaments and all that. I did Golden Gloves maybe one time, and I was fighting at like 165, I think. Fat little Mexican, just swinging and winging punches. But like I said, it's a great thing for the kids over here. That's good for them, big time.
I've seen you also outside the ring. I've seen you in that corner coaching before. So what do you think it does for those amateurs getting in an experience like what can happen next week, being in a tournament? There's 4 rings at one time. It's inside of the convention center. If you have a chance and an opportunity to go check it out, do so. It's open to the public.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. This helps the kids, you know what I mean? And that's what I want to do. I don't want them to do things that I did in my past in my boxing career, as these short notice fights. You need to stay ready all the time. I never would always stay ready, and this time before I end my career, I'm trying to stay ready.
And then besides being a boxer, I've seen over the last couple of years especially, you've really evolved into being a role model in the community and being more outspoken in your church and just a lot of that stuff. What has led to Hector Munoz really taking the fame that he has from the boxing world and being able to transition that into a positive message?
All I try to do is stay in boxing too, because with God, you know, I think God keeps me in the boxing, because every time I'm running my 6 miles, for an hour, more or less an hour, I'm listening to Bible verses, sermons, the whole time I'm running. And before I go to bed, same thing, before bed and when I wake up in the morning, you know what I mean? I think God just has me. For some reason, I think he's kept me in the game for so long because he wants to see me follow the right path.
We've seen you evolve as a fighter, evolve as a human. We've seen you go to these high-level camps. What have you seen change most in the boxing world on this path?
I've seen a lot of crazy stuff, man. There's a lot of politics in the boxing. Just like right now, I'm probably gonna be heading to Colorado Springs with they asked me to go work with Terrence Crawford. Again, I worked with them Southpaw 2 different times and two camps before, but this time I get to spar him right my style, orthodox style, because he's gonna be fighting Jeff Horn, and they need a rugged pressure fighter.
How beneficial has it been for you, those camps where you've been forced to go opposite stance?
I've never done it before. I just like to fight, and so I said, I'll try it. I'll go get into it, the pound for pound top guy. So, and I sparred him lefty. I don't even know how to do it. It's like starting all over again. But I just love to fight.
March 10th in San Antonio, Texas, Hector Munoz is taking on Josecito Lopez. Mikey Garcia is in the main event, looking for his 3rd world title in his 3rd different weight class. We'll have more of the Cage Minds takeover of Red Menace TV and a little bit more with Hector talking about the local scene after a couple commercials.
position. Layup is up, and it's good. Their first three. Drive up and in. Good that time by Oluku. And he has fouled. We're going to the line. Transition three. Derek Miles is no good. But Isaiah O'Tang and Johnny on the spot. Another skill line. Yep, they threw a step layup cover. Over 5 seconds left before they gotta go. They move by Mohammed. They pass it. Layup at the buzzer is good. Can do that. How about that? Right at Arroyo, puts it down and in, and one.
Congratulate our first customers at our brand new facility right here at Gala Chevrolet, the Jose's. And how was your experience?
It was awesome and great.
What'd you end up buying?
We bought a 2018 Chevy Silverado.
And how would you say the experience was overall?
I bought all my cars here at Gala Chevrolet, and we couldn't wait for the new facility open, and all the people really treated us well.
Well, on behalf of Gala Chevrolet, we say thank you, and we'll see you soon right here at Gala Chevrolet.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili, breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all, or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, #life change will occur.
Legacy Boxing Promotions presents Route to Glory, March 17th at Route 66 Casino. 10 professional bouts, including Josh Pitbull Torres in the main event. Plus, in the co-feature, Jason Alacrancito Sanchez puts his undefeated record on the line. And making his professional debut, Aaron Angel Baby Perez. Get your great seats now at Route66Casino.com or HoldMyTicket.com. Route to Glory, March 17th at Route 66 Casino. Don't miss a punch.
Legacy Boxing Promotions is bringing Route to Glory to the Route 66 Casino March 17th, and there's no better person than Hector Munoz to help me preview the upcoming event. You've sparred, I believe, almost everybody coming out of the red corner on the card, right?
Yeah, I've been working with all the guys out there.
Josh Torres, you've known him for a long time. He's in the main event. I want to start off with Pitbull. What have you thought of the process that he's made and the evolution in his game as you've seen him improve as a boxer through these years?
Oh, he's improved tremendously. Lately, even just getting this camp over with Danny Garcia, he came back a different fighter. So like I told him over there, you belong here in this. When we're in camp, I told him you belong in this.
In that high level environment.
He knows what he's doing with Danny. You know what I mean? So I told him take all this experience and use it. And sure enough, when I got back, he was a whole different fighter.
What do you think the strongest part of Josh's game is?
He's a good counter puncher. He likes to throw punches. He's good, man. He's learned a lot.
He's taking on Morris Rodriguez in the main event, and from Josh, I really do expect that we could see a knockout again. He's, I think, asserted himself more in the last couple fights, really landing his power shots.
Yeah, he's doing good, man. He's countering very well. He's on his game.
Making his professional debut on the card is going to be talented and heralded amateur. I think he got up to number 3 in the nation at one point. Angel Perez. You've seen him in the gym quite often, too.
Yeah, I've been seeing him, and I've even worked with him. First, I'll spar with Christian. He's on the card.
Christian Castillo?
Yes, he's tough, too. And first, I'll spar with him, Josh, and then even after. He's a little bit smaller than me, but I still work with him, and he helps me with my movement. So Angel's, he's looking awesome. He's tough.
What have been some of the things you've seen out of Angel that really impress you?
Man, he has some good counter punching ability and body shots. I think he might put down a homeboy with a body shot, and that's my friend that he's fighting too.
So you know it from both sides, and let's go on the other side. Levi Lucero is going to be taking on Angel. They're both stepping into the ring as professionals for their first time. Levi does have professional mixed martial arts experience. We've seen with Conor McGregor, Mayweather, these are two different games. It'll be a different experience for Levi. What do you think, though, about what he'll bring to the ring?
Like I always said, it's like football and basketball. So it's football and basketball. It's a whole two different sports, you know what I mean? Let's see how he brings. I've never seen him box before, but let's see how it goes for him. But Angel's, he's a top amateur. You know, he's tough.
What do you think that did for him? That long amateur career. What kind of experience does that give you heading into a pro debut?
Oh, that's awesome. You know what I mean? I don't even know because I never had the opportunity to have that. But he's tough, man. He's a little scrapper.
The newest fight added to the card, made official. Matthew Diamond Boy Griego is going to be taking on Gilbert Mendoza. Not your weight classes, but two young men that have both competed out here. What do you think of that fight?
Oh, I think it's a great fight. You know, Diamond Boy, he's a good friend of mine, and he's good, man. He's real good.
I don't want to get overzealous, but I keep telling people I really do see world title potential for that young man. I'm not the boxing aficionado, the greatest one. What do you think of that proclamation?
Oh, I think so, man. I think he has the ability to do it just as long as he stays focused and concentrated to the game. I think he can do it.
Now, another guy that only stepped into the amateur ring a couple times, much the same as you, also on the card, Ronnie Baca, and I heard you recently sparred him.
Oh, yeah, I worked with him yesterday. Him and another MMA guy, what's his name?
Andres Quintana.
Andres Quintana, yeah, he's a good guy. He's tough, that Andres Quintana. He has some good boxing. Sergio Chavez is training both of them in the boxing, and they're actually doing pretty good. Baca's tough.
Have you had any advice for Ronnie, because he's taking that same path as you? He didn't have a ton of amateur experience.
Yeah, I tell him, you know, I just got to stay dedicated and not just keep focused, because the life, you don't want to go my way, but yeah, hopefully they try to learn from my mistakes, you know.
And in another way, there's a guy I feel that's kind of walked a similar path to you that's on the card, Christian Cabral. He's really rededicated himself in the last couple of years, and I know you've felt that same way. What have you seen from him from the last 3 fights?
He's doing good. I worked with him earlier. Also, I got some rounds in with him too. He's looking tough. He's looking strong.
There's only a few promoters here on the local scene. You've worked not just in the ring, but on the promotional side of it with Legacy Boxing Promotions. What do you think makes them a successful promoter that we need to get behind here in New Mexico?
You know what? They're bringing the shows to Albuquerque. They're making things happen. That's what they got to do to get these people to want to come to these shows. So as long as they keep continuing to do what they're doing, boxing will still stay alive here in Albuquerque.
We've heard a little bit from Hector. I believe we have a little bit actually that we can hear from Josh Torres. I believe we have a little interview that we can cue up. Then again,
get up early first thing in the morning, go for our run, get our sprints in. I go to work. As soon as I get out, come home, train, hit it hard, rope, shadow, mitts, heavy bag, cardio, strength and conditioning, everything that we need to be prepared for March 17th. The kind of work that we put in the gym and the reasons that we fight. We have a lot of motivation, a lot of purpose in our fights, so that it gives us a little, extra push when we're struggling in those later rounds, trying to dig deep. I fight for my family, of course. I fight because I enjoy it. I feel if you don't like what you do, then you shouldn't be doing it, and boxing is something that I've grown to love, something I enjoy, so I'm very excited to come out March 17th and fill the Route 66 Casino for a great event.
watching that from Josh, it just reminds me that all you guys have your own little backyard gyms that each guy works, and it makes the Jack Candelaria Community Center a really special place because you can see all these high-level fighters come together in a melting pot. So what's that like, where you have your own home gym, but then you guys go there and everybody works together?
Yeah, I have my little garage set up also, and but I like to go to the Jack Candelaria gym and the Perez gym. And actually, also now I partnered up with the Perez gym. I'm gonna be working the gym there from the morning till about 5. So I added a new ring in there. I added some good heavy bags, some water bags, so some nice equipment, and soon it's gonna be popping.
So Hector Munoz, breaking news, making an announcement here that he's going to be, I guess, almost managing the Perez boxing gym.
Yeah, I'm partnering up with them. I'll be having it in the daytime and till they come to work, and then just to get my people in there, help them out. If anybody wants to come join, let me know. Get at me. Hit me up on the Facebook. And
that's great, because that's one thing out here we've been lacking in New Mexico. We have a lot of huge facilities and great MMA teams where you have Fit and HB, Latrell Yee, MMA, Jackson Wink, Judgment. But boxing has kind of been a little more individualized. So if there's a spot all day where everybody can get together, I see that as a benefit for the whole community.
Oh yeah, because I can't box forever, so I'm gonna have to. I want to open up a gym also, but for now I'm gonna be working out of there. Get some clients in, teach them boxing, kids. I like working with the kids, keep them off the streets, keep them busy, so they're not getting in trouble.
We have a couple more interviews, and I wanted to get to the one with Angel Perez. So Alden, if you can cue that up. Again, a top amateur. I believe he made it all the way up to number 3 in the nation. When you talk about prospects, when you talk about potential, there's a great opportunity to see somebody that will become successful here very quickly in the boxing ring.
I've had 12, 15 fights without headgear. As an elite ranked fighter, the Olympic qualifiers, all those tournaments were without headgear, and I competed in those qualifiers. Everybody's trying to be an Olympic qualifier, so all the best of the best were there, and competed without headgear, and I feel comfortable, ready. When I get here, strength and conditioning is out of the way, since I get that done in the morning and midday. So when I get here, it's all skill and being precise. With the experience and training I have, I know what combination to let go, and if it's all done right, it's a nice combination. I got everybody behind me, and we're all going forward. Friends, family, everybody.
Legacy Boxing, bringing Route to glory to Route 66 Casino. And I gotta feel when you're fighting from your family's promotion and you're making that jump, it's gonna be some big expectations on Angel Perez. And I can't wait to see how he performs on fight night, making that jump, no headgear, and then having that emotional walk out and fighting on the family promotion. I believe that's gotta bring some heavy feelings going into fight night.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm sure, you know, he's been fighting amateur fights also, but he's been not wearing headgear, like he said, and that's gonna help a lot.
It's getting used to it, right? There is a big difference from...
I hate it. My wife gets mad at me when I take off my headgear when I'm sparring. I'll be sparring like after 6 rounds, I have to take it off because I get claustrophobic, and my wife told me this, so I've cut it out, but she told me, we're done. If you take off that headgear again, you're done. We're done. So I gotta listen to the wifey, and so now I make sure I keep it on, even though it's so hot. It just bothers me.
How different is working on your head movement when you got that headgear on to not?
I see, that's the thing. I move my head more when I have my headgear off, but when I don't know. I use my head a lot too for certain parts of the top of my head, you know. So it's not good, but that's just the way that I do it, especially with the headgear on. It's easy. And then when I have my headgear off, I move my head more, so I don't get cut or bruised up or something, you know.
I think we got one more interview that we could queue up. We're going to hear from one more talented amateur real quick. We've heard a lot from the veteran, and we're going to hear now from amateur Matthew Diamond Boy Griego. 8-0, 7 finishes. The last one of Alejandro Moreno was of a 60-plus fight vet. And to make a guy that survived 60 fights, most of them going to decision, and force that guy to quit on the stool spoke volumes of what the future of Matthew Griego looks like.
Trisco Boxing, we train on Kenny Brick. It's behind Fidel Maldonado Jr.'s house. It's a little gym, but we have everything we need, and we build champions there. Drop no more than 10 pounds. It's simple for me. I make weight pretty easy. Sometimes underweight. My birthstone's actually a diamond. So when I was younger, my mom would always tell me, your nickname has to be Diamond Boy. Your birthstone's a diamond. My favorite punch is probably my left hook, but I've put people down with the left hook. I put them down with a right hand. I put them down with an uppercut. I mean, it just varies. The shot they don't see, and surprisingly puts them on the floor, and that's what ends the fight. I'm a child abuse advocate, so I go around to schools, I talk to students about child abuse and child abuse awareness. I fight for my city. I fight for Albuquerque. I love where I come from, and I'm real proud of where I come from. I know it's not the best city in the world sometimes, but to me it is, and that's what I fight for.
Diamond Boy has a great head on his shoulders. I believe that partially his maturity is what's making him so popular, the positive message he's been putting out. Can't wait to see all these talented young pugilists in action March 17th at the Route 66 Casino, Route to Glory. So far this half of the show, we've talked a lot of boxing with Hector Munoz. Got to thank you for joining me. And when we get back, we're going to start talking about MMA, tell you what happened last weekend, what's coming up this weekend, and an update on the future of John Bones Jones.
Hey, New Mexico, come check out the newly remodeled guest rooms at the new Wyndham Albuquerque Hotel and Conference Center, featuring 309 rooms, 30,000 square feet of meeting space. New Mexico's only indoor water park featuring the Wave Runner. 2,200 square foot fitness center with hydro massage chairs. Also enjoy breakfast at our new Manzanita Grill and watch your favorite team play at Altitude Sports Bar and Grill. It's all at Wyndham Albuquerque Hotel and Conference Center. Terry Cosper Insurance Agency is a proud partner with Proview Networks and a proud supporter of New Mexico high school athletics. Terry's been a local farmer's agent for over 20 years for auto, home, life, and business insurance. Just like high school sports are important, so are teen drivers. For more information, call Terry or one of his licensed staff members at 898-5556. Quotes are available for you. Hey everyone, Adam Deal here with Proview Networks. Extreme Clean is a proud sponsor and supporter of Proview Networks and all high school sports athletics. Owner Mike McLean and Extreme Clean specialize in carpet cleaning for apartment, realty, business, and residential clients. With over 20 years experience, attention to detail and quality customer service matters. For more information, give them a call, 505-221-6440, Extreme Clean. Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales. The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or DreamStyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at Proview Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Gecko's Bar and Tapas, a proud supporter of Proview Networks. It's been a fan favorite spot for food lovers and sports fans. With not one, but 2 great locations, including outdoor patio, an atmosphere you won't want to miss. Gecko's, off Academy and in Nob Hill.
I spent my Saturday night covering local MMA. We got so much boxing that we're talking about that it's stuck on my brain. I covered local MMA, was up at the Buffalo Thunder Resort and Casino for Jackson's MMA Series 24, a 9-fight card that saw all 9 fights finished before the end of the second round. No fight got out of the second round. Talking about an action-packed night. We got a couple slides to show you, courtesy of Gomez Photo Works. Here is Jesse Morehouse taking the back of Alex Bumgardner. He would eventually get that right leg over and flatten out Bumgardner, forcing the rear naked choke, a way to bounce back for Jesse Morehouse. Continue to the next one. Sometimes you can stick your head in a bad hole. Andre Mitchell got caught in a guillotine choke, the power guillotine choke. If you notice how the left hand is being pulled up, that's the power guillotine choke there from Joseph Tapia. Whole bunch of finishes. Check it out, the full results at cageminds.com. We keep going. We have a couple more slides for you. In a grueling affair, our guest from a couple weeks ago, Ozzy Chavez, put Mark Matthew McDill against the cage in the first round, was able to get him partially to the ground in the second round and finish the fight with ground and pound. Ozzy Chavez continuing his success and looking prime to make that pro debut sooner than later. We go up to the pro portion of the card, and in the co-main event, it went quick. This photo, courtesy of Christopher Cook Photos. You saw Enrique Gonzalez come out in the orthodox, that is the right hand, the left hand forward stance, where the right hand is your power hand. He quickly switched stances into southpaw with the right hand forward, shot the straight left down the middle, knocked down Cody Hofstetter, and the photo is of the follow-up ground and pound. Now, I'd like to throw it to a post-fight interview that I caught up with Enrique backstage for. A talented young man who's 5-1 with 4 first-round knockouts. Backstage, Jackson's MMA Series 24 with Enrique Gonzalez. A quick night of work in the co-main event. How you feeling, sir?
I feel great, man. Feel wonderful. Feel excellent.
Another quick knockout. As we look at your record, it seems to just be what you do.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I do it for, man. I mean, I train hard. I train hard to fight easy. I mean, it's a brutal sport. Things like this happen all the time, but I mean, that's the way it is.
What did you see in there? What led to that first left hand?
Just listening to my coaches, man. I mean, just listening to their advice, just doing what they told me to do, what we practice. I mean, I trust in them a lot, so I put it all in their hands.
Was there a specific game plan for tonight?
Just being aware. I heard he was a good jiu-jitsu guy, so I was just being aware. I mean, he didn't attempt anything, but I was still aware the whole time. You know, I was ready if anything happened, if anything went south, I was ready for it.
You've tasted defeat once in your career up there in Colorado. What's the biggest adjustment you've made to continue being successful?
Train hard. After that loss, I didn't want to feel like that again. I didn't want to ever feel a loss, so I went straight back home, started training, you know, started getting more disciplined, more motivated, you know. Everything just switched, you know.
So how do you take in your performance tonight?
Oh, great, man. It was great. I mean, I know I've improved a lot since my defeat, and I've had 2 other fights after that, and I feel great. I feel like great improvement, and I feel like I'm just getting started with it.
How do you categorize your knockout power?
From a 1 to 10, I think a 10, man.
Was that something that you learned, or was it something you realized you had?
Nah, I don't know. I mean, it's different, man. I go up there. I mean, once I'm fighting, it's, you know, just my fighting is just me. I don't concentrate on my power a lot. I don't go to the gym and lift weights. You know, it's just something that comes out of me naturally.
Got the big knockout win. How do you celebrate tonight?
Ooh, gonna get some pizza.
Any special toppings?
All of them.
All of them. And then rest of 2018, what do you want next?
Anything that comes my way, anything that's gonna take me to the big step, anything that's gonna take me to the UFC. I mean, that's where we all want to go, so that's the plan.
Awesome, sir. Thank you for the time.
Thank you for the interview, sir.
Enrique Gonzalez, a top prospect from the VFS Academy in Chicago, Illinois, training under Mike Valley, who got his, break into the MMA world while working at the Jackson MMA gym before it became the Jackson Wink gym. Now we have one more slide to show you from Jackson's MMA Series 24. This is the finish. As much as he tried to get out, buck out, roll out, the submission defense would finally succumb to the armbar. The Vanilla Gorilla, Jess Martinez, gets the victory in front of the home crowd in Santa Fe at the end of the second round. Martinez did not like the feel of the stand-up, took this fight to the ground immediately. From there, he dominated it, hunting for the submissions, also busted Saucedo up under the right eye. A huge win for the Vanilla Gorilla, who I also chased down backstage and caught up with. So we got one more post-fight interview. Jess Martinez, now 3-0. As a professional, it was his first professional submission victory. Victorious in the main event of Jackson's MMA Series 24, we got Jess Martinez with us. How you feeling, sir?
Feeling good, victorious. I fought a good fight. The dude was tough. Roy is no joke for sure. I knew he was not tapping on those arm bars. I mean, if you guys saw the fight, it was good. I enjoyed it though. I feel good. Felt good.
Came out, hit you with some leg kicks early, and then you got in on the clinch, and you looked determined to get this fight to the ground.
Oh yeah, well I already told myself if my stand-up kind of wasn't landing, or if he was taking advantage of the stand-up exchanges, I was gonna take it to the ground. Which I feel he really wasn't. I mean, he landed 2 pretty good leg kicks, but my stand-up, I mean, things weren't touching right away, and I like a high-paced fight, so I knew I was gonna have to take the fight to him, get him on the ground. That was my best bet for sure. And even at that, he was moving the whole time. I mean, he exerted a lot of energy down there, but I knew I was going to have him. I feel most comfortable on the ground every time, so yeah.
Deep armbar in round one. How close did you think it was?
I thought he was gonna tap, but after that first one, I knew he wasn't gonna tap. I attempted a couple chokes. He stayed real tight. He had real good back defense. I was popping him. I didn't even know he was bleeding until he really started leaking in that second round. Second round, I heard my coach Angelo say 2 minutes left. I had in my head I wasn't gonna let it go past the second. That arm bar was there the whole day, so I went in on it. I told myself I was either gonna break or gonna tap, and thank God he tapped because I was gonna break it for sure. It was close for sure.
You ended up getting the tap and you were belly down, but you started on your back. How many adjustments did you make in that armbar?
I would say it was a good 2 or 3 adjustments. I mean, even with the first armbar, I had put it behind my armpit, then he came on top. But I knew previously, I mean, I was in Ernesto, like you said, Ernesto's corner the previous fight, and Ernesto had took his back, and he kind of waits for you to roll over on where your back is on the canvas, and he was waiting for that spin. I kept anticipating the spin. I knew that armbar was gonna happen sooner or later, though. I saw it the whole fight. I mean, yeah, he's a tough fighter. Big props to Roy, though. I knew he wasn't gonna tap. That was good. yeah.
How do you stay patient during all the hand fighting? You had the back for quite a while in both rounds, and Roy was doing a great job of hand fighting you off of the submissions. How do you stay consistent and patient in that position?
Oh, I mean, I have such tough training partners. No offense to him, but Aaron Pearls and Jerome, they work me every day, and they're some hard, tough dudes to ride in general. And I knew sooner or later I was gonna get a submission. He was gonna slip up. I feel more than confident when I'm on the ground. I knew it was gonna happen sooner or later. Like I said, I feel comfortable. I can ride a person for 25 minutes, 30 minutes if I really have to. So if you let me take your back, I'm gonna get a submission sooner or later. That's for sure.
First time we've got to see you up here at the Jackson's MMA series. First time then in Santa Fe. Was that different fighting in front of the hometown crowd fully?
I guess it was. I definitely felt their energy. I wanted to give them a finish. I tried to keep pressure the whole time. I wanted to make sure everyone went home and said, man, Just Martinez, he knows how to fight, or he's going to bring a fight whenever that bell rings. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to do more than anything. And also, I gave all the fans and everyone something they wanted to see again, because I look forward to coming to Buffalo Thunder, even out of state. Like I said, I want to represent New Mexico. I want to be the new face of New Mexico for sure very soon one day. So, yeah.
How do you grade the performance?
I would give myself, overall, I would give myself a 6 or a 7. I wish my stand-up was connecting a little bit more. I feel I have a lot more to work on as far as my stand-up. But, yeah, this fight, it all came kind of quick, you know. I remember even before the bell rang, when the bell rang and we came out, it was kind of like, okay, we're here, we're about to go, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'll give it a 7, solid 7. I got a lot more to offer you guys for sure.
It's just February. What do you want next in 2018?
I'll take whoever wants to fight, and I want to get a fight out of state. I want to see what it feels like to fight out of state. I want to fight in bigger organizations. I want to just keep moving. So far, every fight has been a tougher guy, bigger organizations, and I want to just keep fighting better and better and keep moving up and elevating myself. So, yeah, hopefully, if I can get in the UFC, Bellator, or whatever, whatever level you guys think I'm at, I want to be able to perform there and step up to that level. So, yeah.
Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Still got UFC on Fox 28 highlights for you guys, and to talk about a whole bunch of events coming up this weekend when the Cage Minds takeover of Red Menace TV continues after a quick break.
Carmody Medical provides solutions for your everyday needs. Hot and cold compression wraps provide therapeutic compression for the shoulder, hip, and knee. The therapy wraps are constructed of an insulated outer fabric and a ventilated cotton pocket to protect the body. Elastic belts allow mobility and deliver a gentle, adjustable compression. The reusable therapy packs can be removed from the pouch and placed into the freezer. Contact Jim for more information.
Ladera Golf Course. Open in 1980, Ladera features a full 18 including spacious greens, a large driving range, roomy practice putting greens, and 4 large lakes. Surrounding Ladera, beautiful views of the Sandia Mountains to the east and volcanoes to the west. Ladera is a challenging city-owned course with the longest playing yardage of any other city courses. For weekend tee times and more information, call 505-836-4449.
Here at the all-new Gala Chevrolet, our ultimate goal is to make life easier for you. That's why we built our new ultra-modern facility from the ground up with the customer in mind. With 1,000 vehicles in stock, a great variety of pre-owned vehicles of every make and model, a clean, state-of-the-art service department focused on getting you back on the road as quickly as possible, and a sales team devoted to 100% customer satisfaction. All conveniently located in the heart of Albuquerque. We'll see you soon, right here at the all-new Gala Chevrolet.
Don't forget, every Proview Network sporting event is on sale at our DVD store. Go to www.proviewNetworks.com to buy your DVD today.
I want to congratulate our first customers at our brand new facility right here at Gala Chevrolet, the Jose's. And how was your experience?
It was awesome and great.
What'd you end up buying?
We bought a 2018 Chevy Silverado.
And how would you say the experience was overall?
I bought all my cars here at Gala Chevrolet, and we couldn't wait for the new facility open, and all the people really treated us well.
Well, on behalf of Gala Chevrolet, we say thank you, and we'll see you soon right here at Gala Chevrolet.
Time to talk about the UFC. The UFC was in Orlando this past weekend for UFC on Fox 28. Couple compelling matchups at the top of the card. Josh Emmett, Jeremy Stephens, top featherweights, strawweight #1 contender bout between Jessica Andrade, Tisa Torres. I can tell you that Andrade, with her takedowns and her power, took a decision. Now we got a trio of highlights coming up for you guys. Start off with Alan Jabouin. He's going to kick out the leg from Ben Saunders right there, gives him the angle, left hand, big knockout. Disgusting the way Saunders fell back on the damaged left leg that had been messed up from early leg kicks. A huge knockout performance from Alan Jabouin. The finishes don't stop there. We have another one in the light heavyweight division. In the red is Ovin St. Preux. Landing a big left hand in the black is Hilaire Latifi. The left hand with St. Preux scrambling. St. Preux trying to exit from an exchange, eats another left hand, sticks that neck out, guillotine choke. Referee in the wrong position. As you'll see, the tap is coming with the right hand right there, but he falls asleep. Thankfully, not injured. Hilaire Latifi continuing to move up the ladder. Ever impressive in the UFC what the All-Star Gym is doing. They now have 3 light heavyweights with Hilaire Latifi, Alexander Gustafsson, and Jimmy Manuel, all ranked in the division's top 5 of contenders. Now for big hits and a little bit of controversy, let's go to the main event. Here we have in the blue Josh Emmett eating the left hand from Jeremy Stephens. Right here when Emmett starts to scramble, some of those may have landed at the back of the head, and I will mind you that kicks or knees to the head of a downed opponent are illegal. And actually, Alden, could you play that highlight one more time for me? If you guys want to watch this, the left hand lands beautifully. Now we do have some elbows. That's the back of the head. That's illegal. That landed with the knee at first, the foot, and then the knee on the way back down. I'm sure that this highlight will be used a lot because Josh Emmett should appeal this fight. Referee Dan Murgliata needed to jump in, stop, give a break, call it a no contest. That was 5 fouls that you could count in all. Now the elbows to the back of the head, Murgliata himself was out of position, and that happens in MMA just because of the nature of the scrambling. But the knee, that happened twice, along with the foot also connecting with the face, it's intolerable to let a foul like this proceed. We'll see how this one goes in the MMA courts if there is an appeal. But for right now, a huge knockout victory for Jeremy Stephens, capped off UFC on Fox 28. And now we head towards another huge weekend of fights, and we got them all there for you. Up at the top left there is KSW. KSW 42 takes place in Poland. It's Poland's biggest promotion, and it is featuring a middleweight title fight, Khalid Muhammad, who is the top middleweight that nobody has ever heard of. You can see that on KSW TV on Friday night. Friday night on the Paramount Network, you have Bellator 195, where Darian Caldwell will defend the bantamweight title for the first time against former LFA and RFA bantamweight champion knockout artist Leandro Pitbull Higo. You also have LFA action Friday night on Access TV. The lightweight title is on the line. Robert Watley, the best lightweight outside of the UFC, yes, I said it, will defend his title against Brandon Jenkins. If you head over to Cage Minds MMA show on YouTube, we have an interview with Nate Jennerman, who will be taking on John Duvall on that LFA 34 card. Then Saturday, a ton of more action coming up. UFC Fight Pass is the place to tune into, as they have an all-day doubleheader starting off with Cage Warriors 91 as Brian Boland and Josh Reed battle for the vacant Cage Warriors 135-pound bantamweight title. Keep it there on UFC Fight Pass for the Glory 51 Super Fight Series. Cedric Doumbé, the former Glory welterweight champion, is in action. The main event of Glory 51, streaming live on ESPN3, is a heavyweight rematch between Badr Hari and Hesti Gergis. The first time they fought, Badr Hari scored a knockdown, and then the fight was called a disqualification after an illegal kick to a downed opponent. We can call those kind of things. Out in Columbus, Ohio this weekend is the Arnold Sports and Fitness Festival. They have Alliance MMA out there, and the card will feature UFC vet Justin Edwards, not to mention from Albuquerque, Latrell Yee, MMA's own Jordan Espinosa against LFA vet CJ Hamilton in the best flyweight bout that can be possibly made outside of the octagon. Talking about the octagon, the UFC is home this weekend in Las Vegas, Nevada, with a pay-per-view event, a stat card, injuries, knocked out Max Holloway. Frankie Edgar now fights Brian Ortega in a featherweight #1 contender bout in the co-main event. And we have a main event that has the top female mixed martial artist on the planet, Chris Cyborg, defending against Jackson Wink's own Russia's Yana Foxy Kuntaseya, the former Invicta FC bantamweight champion, one of the hardest kickers that I've ever seen in the gym. It is going to be a slugfest. A great card for UFC 222 that also includes Andrei Arlovsky versus Stefan Struve, the debut of Jiu-Jitsu ace Mackenzie Dern, not to mention the rescheduling bout between John Dodson and Pedro Munoz. A huge weekend of action as the UFC is in Vegas. We've had a lot to talk about this week. Maybe next week we'll have Leroy Lucero and Michael Carlisle back. Oh, wait, actually, let me tell you guys that next week there will be no Red Menace TV, as it's a basketball week. We have the high school basketball tournaments, I believe, right, Alden? Check those out here on Proview Networks all week long. So in 2 weeks, we should be back, myself, Leroy Lucero, Michael Carlisle, tons of pro wrestling, football, MMA, and all the stuff you love to talk about. Again, March 17th, your next time for local combat sports action, not MMA, but boxing, and a great card at the Route 66 Casino, Route to Glory by Legacy Boxing Promotions. One more time, got to thank my guest for joining me to help me talk about that card and to talk about his upcoming fight March 10th, Hector Munoz. It's been Cage Minds' takeover of Red Menace TV. I hope you enjoyed. I forgot to mention him. That was what my head...